Alright, for example 3, we're going to find the exact value. Notice here to the side I kind of summarize what we talked about in example 1. This arc sine has a domain between negative 1 and 1, so I can only find the arc sine of things that are between negative 1 and 1. And it's going to give me an answer between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. For the arc cosine, again, only find the arc cosine numbers between negative 1 and 1, but it's going to give me a value between 0 and pi. Alright, so to find the arc cosine of square root 2 over 2, I know square root 2 over 2 is the first angle, our first quadrant angle, because sine is positive in the first quadrant. So cosine is adjacent square root 2 over hypotenuse 2. So that means this triangle is going to be, so to find this angle, it's going to be a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Square root of 2 squared is 2. Plus b squared equals 4. Subtract 2 to get 2. So b is the square root of 2. Since these two angles match each other, I know that theta is 45 degrees, which is the same thing as pi over 4. So the arc cosine square root of 2 over 2 is pi over 4, meaning that the cosine of pi over 4 is the square root of 2 over 2. 3b. We're supposed to find the arc cosine of negative 1. Okay? Well, that means, since it's not a fraction, negative 1 over 1, not really a triangle, but it is, since we know it's between 0 and pi, we know 0 comma 1, 1 comma 0, negative 1 comma 0. Cosine is equal to the x, so the x value that gives us a negative 1 is right here. So the arc cosine of negative 1 is equal to pi. Okay? Letter C wants to know the arc tangent of 0. Okay, so tangent, the domain can be any number at once, but the range is going to be between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. So meaning our answer has to be somewhere between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. Okay, so I'm going to use this quadrant again, negative 1 comma 0. Notice that it can't be negative pi over 2 and it can't be pi over 2 because of the equal sign. Alright, so I know arc tangent is the same thing as y over x, so the y over x, 1 over 0 does not exist. Negative 1 over 0 does not exist, but 0 divided by 1, which is this, does exist, so the answer is 0. 0 degrees or 0 radians, take your pick. Letter D wants us to find the arc tangent of negative 1. Sorry, the arc tangent, it's not written like that, it's written like this. The arc tangent of negative 1. So what angle has a tangent of negative 1? Well, we know that's going to be negative 1 over 1. The answer has to be somewhere between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2, which means it has to be in quadrant 4 because it's negative. Opposite negative 1, adjacent 1, since the sides match each other, we know that's 45 degrees, which is pi over 4. I know it's going to be negative because I'm in here in quadrant number 4 and I work backwards. Alright, once you guys try number 9 out of the book, A says the arc tangent of square root 3 over 3. Part B wants you to find the arc tangent of negative 1. Well, you should have pressed pause for the answers. Arc tangent square root 3 over 3 is going to be pi over 6. In this case, you didn't recognize that. First quadrant because positive. Square root 3 is opposite. This is adjacent. And this is going to be 9 plus a squared plus b squared, so it's 3. That's going to be 12, or square root 12, which is 2 square roots of 3. If I divide all these by the square root of 3, I get 1. I get square root 3. I get 2. That means this is 30 degrees, which is the same as pi over 6 for 9a. Now b, arctangent of negative 1, it's the same thing as example D, so we know that's just going to be negative pi over 4 based upon the logic we explained earlier.